Hello everyone, welcome to the Northland Artists Conversation. My name is Mark Kelly. I am your host, your guide. I am Caron on the River Styx. No, I'm not. I am the person that is here to bring our amazing artistic community in Northland out, to celebrate it, and to show you, the viewers, and for those of you that are listening, the wonderful range of talent that we have here in sunny Northland. And honestly, it is absolutely beautiful. We're officially moving into summer now. We're getting some hot days. It's nice. I love it. Summer's always good because I get to go to the beach. I love getting to the beach, getting down to the water, and having a bodyboard. It's a good time. It's a good time. What about yourself, Producer Andrew? What are you looking forward to the most about summer?
Oh, I've already started doing it.
Working out.
Had an absolute full-on week.
I was maybe thinking barbecue, but no.
Monday, Tuesday, I went fishing.
Yes.
And Monday was like we went to multiple different spots, and Tuesday was a bit of a mish.
Nice.
Wednesday, so it was Wednesday yesterday? Yeah, it was.
Wednesday was yesterday, yep.
You lose track of time when you're off work.
You do.
I went to Joji, and that was pretty boss. Joji's one of my favourite artists. Now, I don't actually know what genre he's in. But
Joji and Post must have been pretty close.
Joji and Post Malone?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, the concerts were pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Because I know Post was a few days ago.
Yeah,
I think Post was Tuesday night.
Well, funnily enough, I'm going to Tash Sultana on Saturday.
Oh,
so I'm going back down to Auckland. Down to probably the same car park.
Yeah. I'm going to find the same spot.
Yeah, hard. No, it's been a bit of a rigmarole this week. So.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to flick to my camera now and going to talk about today's guest. Sumona Ghosh. Such a lovely lady. When she reached out to us sort of earlier on, like a few days prior, and we reached out to her and said, yeah, look, we would love to have you on. Thank you for contacting us. And we sent her an email with a list of possible dates for her, and she picked the first one, like the one that was the closest, that straight away she could come on. As we said in the you'll hear in the podcast later on. It wasn't even a week. It was so quick. And she talks with so much passion and energy. I don't feel that we covered off enough about her book. We could have gone for a lot longer and touched on a lot more to do with the book. And it's a beautiful book. It deals with, for those of us that maybe are in a darker place in our lives, finding our strength, finding our power, and becoming empowered again, dealing with mental health, depression, anxiety, those sorts of things. And her story is absolutely incredible, and there are some amazing moments in there. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy this. Let's sit down and have a conversation with Sumona Ghosh. Welcome to the Northland Artists Conversation, Sumona. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, thank you very much for reaching out to us and for being so available so very quickly as well. This has been great. I think the turnaround time from you reaching out to being here is, what, a week?
Before a week.
Less than a week?
Less than a week, yeah.
Wow, crazy. And you're one of these seize the opportunity type people, aren't you? Which is great.
I am now.
You are now?
Yeah.
Weren't always like that,
though,
were you?
No, not at all, no.
No, now...
I used to be very shy, very introvert person.
Yes.
Even if I know the answer, I couldn't stand up to answer.
Right, you were...
In my school time, yeah.
I tell you what, let's start there.
Yep.
Now, you have a very interesting story.
Yep.
Because as we'll sort of discuss a bit later on, you are an author and a content creator, which is super cool. We'll definitely touch on that.
Thank you.
As someone who was an introvert early on, let's go back.
Yep.
And I mean way back.
Way back.
Way
back.
Have you always been a creative person?
No.
Okay, so what, were you an academic?
I was an academic person.
Right, okay. So what was school life like for you? Because I'm guessing...
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yes.
That I was born and brought up in Shillong. Shillong. It's in India.
Okay.
It's a hilly city.
Right, okay,
East
yes.
part, yeah. Northeast part.
Yeah.
So... It's a really beautiful city, and in English time, when Calcutta was the capital of India.
Calcutta, yeah.
Calcutta, not Kolkata. Now the name is Kolkata.
Yeah.
So at that time, Shillong used to be the summer capital.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it's called Scotland of the East.
Scotland doesn't strike me as very summery.
Whatever. No, because it's not summery, but because it's a hill station.
Oh, right.
Hill station. So in summer, Calcutta used to be very hot. So those people used to move into Shillong.
Oh, and they would spend their summers there.
Summers there,
So it's not... see, I was thinking that, like in New Zealand, for example, you've got... where you kind of live mainly, and then during a summer holiday you might go to your batch or the beach or go tenting somewhere.
No. When English people were the ruler at the time,
right.
So because India is a hot country,
yes.
So they just used to go anywhere it's cold at the time during the summertime.
That makes sense. So it's not so much they were
So
going...
it's just the opposite of here.
Right.
Because here, most of the time it's cold and it's only summer time, a little bit of summer.
Yes. When we get all the Aucklanders coming north.
Yes.
I don't like that.
No, it's good.
Well, it's good for the money they spend.
Yep.
Maybe not so much for the... Anyway. So Shillong was... a place where people came to kind of get out of the heat, and use it as an opportunity to sort of relax, and go, all right, I'm not hot and sweaty. There's a nice breeze. Okay, right. So I think it is almost like a holiday destination, isn't it?
Yes.
But as you said, the opposite of New Zealand.
Yeah, in India the people come in the summertime there.
Yeah.
Not in the winter time. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And they come in the summer to get away. Because how hot do the main centres get, temperature-wise?
In my city or different other cities in India?
Kolkata.
I think 40 plus like that. Yeah.
40 plus.
40. Yeah. 30 to 40. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Wow. Okay. That's hot.
Yeah, but it's really very sweaty and it's really very hot there.
Is it
humid?
Very humid.
Very humid. Yeah.
So that'd be like 40 degrees in Auckland.
Yeah.
Disgusting and humid.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. How was your schooling experience as an academic person, not a creative person? 'Cause this is really exciting because very rarely do we have people come on that are like, I didn't do arts. I found arts later on in life. I was like, school, study, school, work. So hearing about your academic life is always incredibly fascinating because I was not academic. I went to school to eat lunch, do drama, and go to classical studies. And that was it. Well, that was high school anyway. So what was your schooling like for you as an academic person?
Yeah, for me, I really used to love reading books, not the textbook.
Not the
textbook, storybook.
Not a textbook. I don't know anyone that enjoyed reading a textbook. So Matt, calculus, maybe just rip through that. That's a page turner.
Yeah, but anyway, I really used to love read books.
Yeah,
and we didn't have the opportunity to have the library like we have here.
Oh, really? You didn't have a library?
No, we didn't have at the time.
Wow.
We do have, but it's not fascinating like here. honestly.
like the libraries that are at
Library
the schools
here.
here and in town, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so anyway, because I used to love reading books, my granddad, to whomever house he used to go, so if he used to see any book, he used to borrow for me to read it.
Granddad?
My granddad.
Granddad was a bit of old sticky fingers, was he? Just grab a book.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, but that time, people used to be very simple.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and you know, I think if we look back at those times, because I'm 48, and I remember things being a very simpler time. I don't mean that in a I'm now sounding really old or like a boomer.
Oh no! At that time, when we did schooling at that time, it was it really used to be very simple. Because now when I go back there, it's very different because of the globalization, internet, everything is changed all over the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I could not agree with you more on that. Yeah. Some for good, some for not so good, unfortunately.
That's right.
You have to have the good with the bad.
That's right.
So how many books a week would you read? Were you like once a day, once a week? How many?
If I could get this book, I could just read in one go.
In one sitting.
One sitting, yeah.
Wow.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, but now I can't do it.
You can't do it now, right? I think I've only ever done that one time in my entire life. I would have been 19 years old, so this is going back a wee way. And I sat down and I read. I was a huge Dean Koontz fan. He writes the horror stuff like Stephen King, and he wrote a book called Phantoms. And I started it at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I must have finished it around about 10 o'clock at night. And I called up my job. I was like, I'm not feeling good. I'm not going to be in today. And I worked at McDonald's in Masterton. So McDonald's in Masterton, if you guys are watching this, I told a wee lie. But that was the only time I was ever able to sit down and read a book, like 300 plus pages in one sitting. Yeah. So you obviously had quite a voracious appetite for books. Yeah,
for books. Books is my like a food. Yeah.
Right. It nourishes you.
It nourishes me. And my dad, mom, they had all the books. Yeah. I read all the books at home before I get out of the house.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
So what were you, like, were there specific things you were studying at school?
Yeah, school...
like, did you...
different... we used to have different language.
Different language?
Different language classes.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Like, one is Bengali, that's my mother tongue.
Okay.
Then Hindi, English, so these are... And Sanskrit.
Sanskrit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sanskrit is the original language of in India.
I was going to say that's the origin language,
language in India.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I did study these 4 languages and obviously geography, history, science, maths and all those.
And English, right? So the kind of I guess the core subjects that we all studied.
Core subjects, yeah.
Did you gravitate towards any particular subject?
And then, so that was up to year 10.
Year 10,
Year
right.
10, and then 11, 12, I did totally science. And
really?
Totally science, biology, physics, maths, then English and Bengali,
English and Bengali.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chemistry,
that was the other one. I was trying to think. I was like, I'm sure there's another one.
Yeah, I was thinking as well. Yeah.
So was it? So I guess it's fair to say you had a love of science, science and books, and science and language. Would that be more fair to say?
It's not like that I had a trend, but because I was kind of academic person, so and I was good in maths, so I just went into the science subjects.
Right. Okay.
So it was really, you have to be either science subjects or art subjects. So there's no combination there. Oh. We didn't have any combination.
So it's either one or the other, and that's
one or the other. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, at the time. Yeah, I don't know about now what they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went all the way through school focusing on the science and maths and the number side of things.
But I was really very good in geography. I got highest marks in geography in that state.
In the state?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very well done. What can you share with our viewers what those marks were?
I don't remember right now. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But if they're near the top, they must be like 98% plus, or like an A plus. Something that must have been exceptionally high.
Yeah, 80 plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're out of school. Do you then go to university and continue school?
Yeah,
Wow.
university.
Yeah.
So at that time, the system was a little bit different than now.
Okay.
So we did up to year 10 school, up high school, and then we had college, year 11, 12. But it's not
right.
there. It's not there anymore.
Okay.
So now it's in the school itself.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I went to do architecture for university studies. Yeah.
So we went from science.
Yeah. So
to
you have
architecture.
you have to do science to do that one as well.
You have to do science to do.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know, how is dissecting a frog going to help you draw a better house? That's my question that I've got for you. But I mean,
Yeah, I don't know, because the people who decide the
decision makers.
Decision makers.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So basically, they say to get into architecture, you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 particular subjects, or 3 of the 4.
Yeah, because the thing is that the people who did the science subjects, they are going to engineering and
of course. They're technical backgrounds.
technical backgrounds.
Right.
And
Okay, that makes
and
more
whoever
sense.
is good in biology or those kind of things, they go for medicine. So it's like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the it is the very technical disciplines, engineering, architecture, medicine.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Makes a bit more sense. Why did you choose architecture out of like medicine or engineering?
Oh,
Did you enjoy drawing?
not that much, but the thing is,
Sorry.
but the thing is that it's still there that you need to have proper grading. I mean, the marks, whatever you get,
Yes.
so that will decide you where you are going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That makes a bit more sense.
So it's not that, okay, you are good in that, so you're going there. It's not there
okay.
most of the time.
Right. So it wasn't.
But very few people are fortunate
Yeah.
that they are very good in that and they are doing that. It's very few people are there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So year 11, 12 that you did architecture, or
No,
was
no.
that was
After
after
that.
after college? Okay. So you went to university
University,
and
yeah.
studied architecture.
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, it's just like here. It's
Yeah,
5
yeah,
years
yeah.
course,
That's true. I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
years. Okay.
Yeah.
And you walked away like fully graduated. You got
Graduated.
your degree.
Yeah.
Letters after your name and all of that sort of good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then I went to Delhi to work. So I worked there for 6 years before I moved here.
So, okay, so you went from Shillong and then
Shillong to different city,
then to
Aurangabad.
Delhi.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I went to Aurangabad to do my architecture course.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
okay.
yeah. And then I moved to Delhi for my job.
Right. Having left home once you'd finished school and then having gone to university, as someone who has kind of gone through a technical institute, is it more focused on the work or more focused on the socializing, as I'll say that politely?
It's same like here.
It's the same as here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So cramming in at the last minute to get your assignments done because you've had a 2-day bender. Outstanding. Oh, no, it's not like that? No, they must only be New Zealand. Okay. Huge drinking culture.
Yeah, usually the boys, they do lots of drinking there.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, in my time.
In your time.
I'm not talking about now. Now what is happening there.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that. Yeah.
But it was just the guys back in your day.
Yeah, but yeah, girls usually didn't drink.
Okay.
Didn't used to drink, but maybe some few, yeah.
Just partying lots.
Just partying maybe in their room or like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's not outside.
And
yeah.
you know what? It's refreshing to know that no matter which country you're in, university students are still going to party.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
It's awesome. So the move to Delhi was Shillong and then the university city. Were they sort of smaller cities or?
No, Shillong is the smaller.
Right. Yep.
In between these three. Then Aurangabad, where I did architecture, it is much bigger.
Aurangabad?
Aurangabad, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Aurangabad, I'll tell you,
Yes.
it's really famous for Ajanta in Ellora caves. If you find it
Yes.
in Google search,
Yep.
it's really famous for those caves.
The
Ajanta and Ellora caves.
Okay. Producer Andrew is going to find that and slap a picture up there for us
Yeah.
so that our viewers will at least know what we're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
which is great. Okay, and then you went to Delhi. Now, Delhi is obviously one of the
It's
large...
it's the capital city. It's
Huge.
huge. Yeah, it's huge.
What was the population at the time?
Sorry, please
no,
don't ask me.
yeah. We're talking... But nowadays, we're talking millions, aren't we? It's a phenomenally large city.
Yeah.
How was it adjusting to such a huge? What I think huge is a relative term because it's a lot.
It was really hard for me.
Yeah.
Because as I was from a small city, then I went to another city, and especially in India, the language is a very, very. You have to learn local language.
Yeah, because
every state has different language, and local language is very different. Even though I knew some of the Hindi before moving out from my home city, but then when I went to Aurangabad, so it's the local language is Marathi. Marathi, yeah,
Okay.
It's very different. Yeah. And but then when I moved to Delhi, so I really had to learn local language in a way because I didn't know what the sand used to call and what are those construction stuff.
Yes.
Call in Hindi.
Right.
Because when you talk to the contractor and those other people, then you really need to know the local
language.
language.
And I think New Zealand is similar in some ways because in different regions they kind of have, I wouldn't say a whole different language, but there's definitely a lot of terminology and phrasing that is different from region to region. I was down in Southland probably about June, July, and they have a lot of very different expressions down Southland from up here, for example. So when you go to the region, you sort of acclimatise yourself.
Yeah, but here, like all over New Zealand, it says same rule.
Yeah.
Rule is same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all English.
Because all English is the language.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the rule is same because we really have to follow that book, that NZS 3604, something like that. I can remember now.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those rules are same wherever you go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
So but it's a little bit different whatever you are saying.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because I did work here as well.
Now, let's talk about that. Now, you were in Delhi for
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And you were a certified architect.
Yeah.
Did you work for a small firm or a big firm?
Yeah, it's a small firm.
Okay.
I can say.
Now, what prompted the move from India to New Zealand? I mean, I know New Zealand's a lovely country. I've lived here all my life. And producer Andrew has lived in Northland all his life.
Northland. Oh, wow. That's really good.
It is. So what brought you here?
Yeah, it's really interesting because I got married to a person who was living here. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got married to someone that was living in New Zealand.
Yes.
And then...
So he went to India.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fell in love. All of that good stuff.
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Not the love thing?
No, it was... So he went to India for his marriage, So, it's arranged marriage is very different. Yeah,
there we go. Went to India for the arranged marriage. Okay. I've seen a few Bollywood films in my time. Love movies. I think they're amazing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of celebration at the weddings.
Lots
and stuff
of celebration. Yeah.
Was it very much? What is it? As it's was it? Oh, how do I try and phrase this? Did it happen in real life as they portray it in the movies, where the bride is at the front and the groom comes, and when the veil is lifted or you turn and see each other, that's the first time you've seen each other?
On that day.
On that day. Is that it?
Yeah.
Wow. So there's no, hi, my name's... It's nice to meet. What are your interests? What are your hobbies?
No.
It's your family's going, we think these two will be wonderful.
Even if it's a love marriage, but
Yes.
on that day, they see each other, that's the first time.
Wow.
Yeah. On that night. Because usually it happens in the night time. But in some of the states, the marriages happen in the daytime. So
Right.
it's just different in different states.
This is fascinating.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, as I could be political here. I don't want to be. As a New Zealand European.
Yeah.
Arranged marriages are a bit of a foreign concept.
Yeah.
But that is something that is very much part of the culture.
Yes.
Even
though it's changing, but it will be there.
Yeah, right. So we have the ceremony, we have the feed, or the feast. Sorry, feed, I'm sounding like a bloody Kiwi at the moment. We have a feed.
That's all right.
I'm originally from Gisborne. It's called Coastie. And then you begin this new journey of your life. He moves back here?
Yeah, so it took 6 months to get the visa and everything.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so
So he moved back 6 months later. You were able to follow him across?
Oh, no, we came together.
Came together, so...
Yeah, he was waiting.
Right.
So, yeah, we came together.
Man, this is okay, so you both came over together. Was he... Now, if he'd already been living here, was he a citizen as well? Was he on a work visa?
Yeah, he was citizen.
Okay. So you were able to come over, and then I guess you have to go through the process of becoming a citizen as well?
Yeah, I came with the residency.
Right. Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah, but and for becoming a citizen, there's a procedure. So it took, I think, 2 or 3
years.
3 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you find that process?
Which process? That
becoming a citizen.
Oh, that's really great.
You liked it? Are you being sarcastic? No.
No.
I liked it.
Honestly,
Secretly, you hated it.
No. Honestly, no. The process is really simple.
Yeah.
It's nothing complicated. But if you say, do you like it or not? At that time, to change the passport from Indian to New Zealand.
Yes.
I didn't want to do that, honestly.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought of that.
So I feel I was feeling, no, I love my country so much.
Yeah,
I don't want to change it. So, but my husband was saying, no, you need to change it because there's lots of good things in that one. So So anyway, at last I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But now I feel that that changing what was blocking me to have the New Zealand passport.
Yes.
It was the attachment.
The attachment.
Yeah, attachment.
Right.
Yeah.
The attachment to home.
Attachment to home.
Right.
But it's not that with the New Zealand passport, I'm both.
You are?
I'm both.
You're a Kiwi?
I'm Kiwi as well as I'm Indian.
Absolutely.
But being in here for like 22 years now, I moved here in 2001.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that it's really amazing. I can see the good things in both the countries and trying to take goodness from both the countries, you know.
Northland Artists Conversation proudly supports 1737. 1737 are a free service that you can contact either via phone or text message. They're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. On their website, 1737.org.nz, they say, are you feeling stressed or just need to talk to someone? Are you feeling down or a bit overwhelmed? Do you know someone who is feeling out of sorts? Whatever it is, they're there for you. Free call or free text, anytime, 24 hours a day. And you'll get to talk with a trained counsellor or talk with a peer support worker. Their service is completely free. They offer brief one-on-one counselling support sessions for those people that need it a little bit more than normal. Please do not be afraid to reach out if you need support or if you know someone else that needs support as well. 1737 are a fantastic service, and we here at the Northland Artists Conversation are very, very proud to support what they do. 1737, free text or free call. So, as someone who's spent more than 2 decades in New Zealand now, how have you found your New Zealand experience?
I feel it's really, really good.
Okay.
New Zealand, staying out of India in New Zealand gave me a total picture of how the world is.
Right. Yes.
Yes. Because when I was in India, we have some ideas.
Yeah.
But because I live here, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the idea anymore.
No, it's an actual way of life for you now.
Yeah. And I can see the good things in both the life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because lots of people cry there. I say, well, it's not that everything is good and everything is green on the other side.
Yeah. Definitely not. But I think that's no matter what country you go to. I think every country is going to have its positives and negatives.
Yes, definitely.
Like I was always a firm believer that I wanted to see as much of my country as I possibly could before commencing any travel overseas. So I've been to every town in New Zealand with a population of 3,000 people or more.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I wanted to be able. So I've never left New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never even been to Australia. Never left New Zealand. But I wanted to take the position where if I went overseas and someone would ask me, what's New Zealand like? I could say Queenstown has, during September, October, it's beautiful because you've got the snow on the mountains and the beautiful glassy lakes. Southland, Invercargill's amazing because you get the freshest fish and you can really taste how amazing it is. Or Wellington is such a beautifully cultural, vibrant city. I wanted to be able to talk about all of these things, but also all of these little small places where it's like, I went to Norsewood, which is in between Hastings and Palmerston North, and Norsewood have the absolute best chocolate brownies I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Wow.
And all of their houses there look like a very small Sylvanian families. So it looks like Scandinavia has literally come over and just dumped itself in Norsewood. But I wanted to be able to say things like that so people would go, Yeah, okay, so Wellington, it's arty. Auckland, blah, blah, blah. Christchurch, it's cold. I wanted to be able to have some real personal experiences. So if you were to go back to India now, what do you think are some of the memories that you would take back with you that are sort of ingrained in who you are?
About New Zealand?
About New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah. New Zealand has so much fresh air. It's not in India.
You don't have fresh air in India?
Not like here.
Not like here.
Because in most of the city, very polluted now.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
In India.
Yep.
Yeah, in
yep.
India. Even here in Auckland, when you go to Auckland, because it's so much of cars, so you can see some pollution, but when you come back to Whangarei, it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How, as someone who's never obviously been overseas, how would you equate, how would you tell someone like me the scope of the pollution in India to help give me a sense of it? That's a good question, I know. It's a tough question too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in Auckland. I lived in Auckland for 10 years.
We have very less pollution here, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
And now with the smoking, like you can smoke in certain spaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it makes us not to have those smell.
Right.
Here.
Yes.
Here. So when I go to India, that is the first thing bothers me.
Smoking in the houses? Or
Smoking
in
in
businesses?
trains or anywhere in the
Really?
public spaces.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. It really bothers me. But, yeah.
Far out.
Yeah. I mean, apart from the normal pollution of the cars.
Oh, yeah.
Of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from the excessive pollution of cars and the bikes and those sorts of things, it's the amount of chain smoking that goes on.
Yeah.
Okay, now...
And the other thing is that the sky, clear sky, beautiful blue sky, and the sometimes the clouds.
Yes.
The picture perfect clear, it's not available in India.
At all?
Most of the places it's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even we have a family in Australia.
Okay.
When they come from there, they are in Melbourne. They say, this is very different blue here.
Right.
It's not available in Australia as well.
Interesting. So
yeah.
that must be like
especially when we were traveling Northland.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The blues here are amazing. I wonder if that's a thin layer of smog that
maybe
you can see.
Maybe
Wow.
some kind of pollution
Yeah.
is there over there, and which is not here.
No.
Yeah, so that we can see more clear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I moved from Auckland to Whangarei 8 years ago. And, you know, you notice the difference in air.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Away.
And also, it's funny. I worked in retail for a number of years, and I used to live in Helensville.
Yeah.
And then work in Newmarket.
Wow,
So
it's so far away.
it's a very big drive. I think the worst it ever took me was 2 hours to get to work. So, you know, you would always run into these situations with certain customers, and they'd be like, I drive in from Onarahi. Do you know how long that is?
I know.
And it's like, really? You're telling me this 8-minute drive is the burden of your life?
Yeah, here in Whangarei, actually, we are very lucky.
We're incredibly lucky.
Because we have hill,
Yes,
mountain, we have sea beaches.
we do.
Yeah. And it's so amazing. And so many beaches are there. The people are not going there, you know. I mean, very less people are there.
Good.
So very less polluted.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I'm all right with that.
Less people can stay at the beach. Oh, away from the beaches, please. I'm fine with that. Don't interrupt me while I'm out there on my bodyboard. Now, when you moved over here, did you start working did you pick up the architectural work again, or
when I moved to Auckland,
right?
From India to Auckland,
Yeah.
Then I was working with one architect.
Okay.
Yeah, so initially I started to learn with him.
Right.
And then he got some extra jobs, then he gave it to me. Yeah.
Right.
Then I worked,
Nice. Now, when did creativity come into your life? And I'm going to ask a question you shouldn't normally ask women, so I've been told. How old were you when creativity came into your life?
With the architecture on,
yes,
you practice some creativity.
You do.
Whether it comes from you or not, but you are in there. But I was not creative person at all, honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
I always used to feel, oh no, I'm not good enough with that, because there are different criteria. I'll tell you, because I was a very shy person, very introvert person.
Yeah.
And architecture, especially with the practical on.
Yeah.
So you need to display and you need to talk about that.
You do.
And I was not good in that. So, not good in selling like that. Anyway, so I always had that thing in my mind that I'm not good in that.
Okay.
And some of the, if I go back student time, so some of my friends, so they were very good in that.
Right.
Yeah. So it happens. So when you see good, then you feel, okay, I'm not very good in that. Yeah.
And when was it that I guess the question I'm trying to ask is, you were an architect. You then obviously took some time to become a mum to 3 amazing kids.
Yeah, 18 years now.
18
I was
years.
not working, because I have 3 children.
Yes.
So oldest one, he's 21 now.
Oh, wow.
Then second one, 17.
Yep.
And my youngest daughter, she is 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
And oldest one, he is being autistic. So, and I did have 2 other children. So I've become very stressful for me. Yeah.
And I imagine with a child with autism, they require a lot more attention.
Lot more.
Yeah.
More. Yeah. One person cannot imagine how much more. Especially if you want him to be good. That child to be good, to learn everything. So you have to put so much of energy. It's really...
I imagine it would be quite draining.
Quite draining.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay. So when did you... here's a good question. When did you stop being an introvert? Your words. And when did you start coming out of your shell?
It happened in 2020.
2020. The year of COVID?
Yeah, year of COVID.
You came out of your shell in the year of COVID?
Yes.
Right.
That was the time when it was the lockdown time.
Wow.
I was so happy and I was telling everybody. And...
You were happy for lockdown?
No.
No, okay, right. I was going to say, that thing drove me bonkers.
No, I was happy because I came out of shell.
Yeah.
My shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is that I got to know from one of my nurse friend that, okay, it's not dangerous. Okay, you get it, you'll get out of it.
You do. Yeah.
So what I found out that, okay, you need to have good immunity.
Yes.
Yeah. So I used to tell everybody, okay, you work on your own immunity,
right,
and you'll get better.
Absolutely.
If you get it.
Yeah. Of course.
It's better not to get it.
No one wants to get it.
And have a 2-meter distance and follow all the rules.
Yep.
Yeah. But the thing is that at that time, something really very different happened to me.
Okay.
Because I used to be shy, but honestly, I used to love my family all my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that time, when it's the lockdown time, I got connected with all my family, friends all over the world.
Wow.
I was disconnected with my school friends, my university friends, all these years.
Yeah.
But at that time, I don't know, something happened in me. So I just tried to find them.
Yeah.
Facebook and all those stuff. But I couldn't find my university friends in Facebook. So then I went to LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah. I found them there. I said, okay, they are professional. Someone will be there.
Yep.
Yeah. And
you find some of them somewhere.
Yeah. And I found 2 of my friends, and then I got connected. And I found school friends. So with the Facebook on, you have Messenger, so you can get connected with anybody.
Absolutely.
So I got connected with all my family, extended family, who were all over the world, and I was not connected.
Yeah.
And I used to call them. I used to get to know how they are and everything. And because it was lockdown all over the world,
yes,
everybody was relaxed. Everybody was talking to me.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone was relaxed.
Yeah. Most of the people were relaxed at that time, initially, when the initial lockdown started.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden people got time to sit.
They do.
Yeah. So I got connected with everybody.
Yeah.
And the thing is that with my school friends on, all of a sudden I thought, okay, let's do a video chat.
Yes. I like where this is going.
Group video chat.
Group video chat.
Group video chat on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday. There Sunday morning and here Sunday evening.
Yes.
Yeah. We started that and it was so much amazing. People are keeping in line and we couldn't bring everybody there. But it was so much love and joy, you know, and so much fun. And it's still going on.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing. Even though sometimes it doesn't happen. Some days,
some Sundays it's not going to happen.
Yeah. If people are busy, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But it's still there. So it's the very good thing about the COVID that everything is not bad about COVID.
Yeah.
So this is the good thing happen. And so I'm really became from that shy person, shy girl, to become almost the leader of that group.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that is the time when the changes happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're with us today. You know, we have creatives on.
Yeah.
For almost two capacities. Oh yes, I feel like there's something else you need to say.
Sorry. I remember. Yeah, about that creativity.
Yeah.
That in 2020 I started my first YouTube channel.
There we go.
Yeah.
First YouTube channel.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
3 years.
Nearly
ago.
4. Well, 3.5. We'll call it 3.5. 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was really good. Because I wanted to help multicultural fungi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great organisation.
So they wanted some help. So then I said, okay, I can help with the meditation because I did meditation and I was good in that. And my second son, he's very good in origami. So I said, okay, he can teach the kids.
Yep.
Because that time they needed that. So they wanted to see some videos.
Yep.
But we couldn't share the videos for whatever reason.
Right.
And then the ladies all of a sudden said, Sumona, why don't you start your own YouTube channel?
Yes.
I said,
brilliant.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. Then immediately I had two old videos, so I just uploaded. I just did it that time. Yeah. And then the journey started, but I was still shy in a way because I couldn't put my face
on camera.
Yeah.
Look, I'm very shy as well.
But now I'm really confident, and now I'm uploading every single day.
There you go.
My videos.
And so our listeners and viewers know, you are also currently recording this at the moment as well, aren't you? Which is brilliant. So I'm going to do a quick wave to yours. Hi. There we go. So the camera's just off to the side of our white camera.
I don't know. I can't do editing parts. So
That's okay. That's okay. Producer Andrew and editor Rocky are amazing at the editing. I just sit here and talk to people.
Yeah.
So you do your first YouTube channel. When does the idea for the book come about?
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So now we'll come into the book part.
Yeah.
So I have 3 children.
Yes.
I had gone through so much of stress.
Yep. 3
Yeah.
kids will do that to
3
you.
kids. 3 kids. Actually, 3 kids have lots of stress.
Yeah.
And with special need kid.
That's almost 2
and-
kids, right?
Yeah, more than 2 kids.
More than 2 kids.
More than 2 kids. And the other thing is that I need to tell you that initially we were in Auckland,
Yes.
so where my person was born.
Okay.
Yeah. Then with my husband's job, we had to move to Dunedin. down
Dunedin?
south. Yeah, Dunedin.
Wow.
Then we moved to Hamilton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully you weren't there long.
So, in Dunedin we were there 2.5 years.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Dunedin's lovely. Very
Dunedin
cold,
lovely, yeah,
but gorgeous city.
Yeah, gorgeous city. I did a job there as well.
Yeah.
So that was the last job I did actually.
Oh, right.
So initially I did in Auckland,
Yep.
then I did Dunedin.
Dunedin.
Yeah, after that I didn't do any job in
And then when you moved to
architecture.
Hamilton, you weren't
Yeah.
working.
No, so in Hamilton, then my 2 kids were born,
Yep.
my son and my daughter.
Yep.
So immediately after my daughter was born, within 2 months we have to move to Auckland.
Back to Auckland.
Auckland, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So then in Auckland we were there for 1.5 years.
Right.
Then we moved to Whangarei.
Hooray.
So with my oldest son,
Yes.
so he was in primary school there in Hamilton at that time.
Right. Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he was in year 2.
Mm-hmm.
So then we moved to Auckland. So he did year 3 and 4 half.
And half of a 4th year. Yep.
Yeah. So then we moved to
Whangarei.
Whangarei.
Yep.
So then he did year 4. I mean then 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So finished school. Then he went to intermediate, Kamo Intermediate.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's
Is it
where my
yours?
son goes.
Oh, son goes. It's really good. And
Great
then
school.
and then he did Kamo High School.
Right. Yep.
Now he finished school.
Mm-hmm.
But from school to school and with the special need kid, it's so much of extra work.
Yeah.
And from school to school, even though we had some help available, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, but it's so much hard work.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah. So all those things brought me more stress.
Yep.
So going from city to city, school to school,
Yeah.
everything changed. So, and with 3 kids, it seemed to be all of them are like the youngest baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stress.
So it was so much stress. So from 2012, so we moved in Whangarei in 2011 June.
Okay. Right. So you've been here 12 years.
12 years now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from 2012,
Yeah.
my health was really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So in the morning, I had to do some exercise. Without that, I couldn't move, you know. So I used to have lots of pain in my body.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, lots of pain.
Okay.
Then lots of irritability. I mean, lots of symptoms that
Yeah.
I was not happy with. I was not happy good with the kids.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So from 2012 to 2022, I really struggled. So I'll tell you the names. So it started with PMS, so that is the hormonal
Yes.
things,
Yep.
changes.
Yep.
And I had irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So irritable bowel syndrome started after my second son was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Then chronic fatigue syndrome,
Oh, that's a tough one.
fibromyalgia.
Fibro as well. Oh, I had an ex that had chronic fatigue and fibro. Oh man, they're so hard to
Yeah,
live
it
with.
was so hard.
Yeah.
And then I had chronic anxiety.
Right.
Yeah. And then with all of these chronic health problems, I developed chronic depression from 2015
Wow.
till last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, I know people that have got like maybe 2 or 3,
Yeah, I know.
but you kind of like you're ticking all the boxes there. and not in the way you want to tick all the boxes. You
No.
know. So how did you get through all of that?
It was really, really hard. I mean, now also, if I think back,
Yeah.
I can't think that I didn't had any hope of getting better. That's the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why I wrote this book.
Yeah.
That to give the people that hope of getting better. That okay, there is a way. It's not easy work.
No.
But there is a way out. It's not that you have to die with that on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because going to the doctor, going to the GP, they used to do all the blood tests and
Yes.
everything, but
Yep.
they were not finding anything, and that was a bit more hurtful than the disease itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, you go to the doctor for, I guess, validation. For them to say...
Validation or feeling relief,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get that feeling where it's like, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I have these things. And the doctor goes, yes, you actually do have them. And then
Yeah.
you go, okay, that's, phew, right? I'm not batshit crazy.
Yeah.
These things are real.
And it used to seem that, okay, I'm just pretending to be sick.
Right. That's tough.
It was really tough.
And I think it's also I'm gonna quickly raise this point. For someone like yourself who was in a very dark period for a very long period of time, there is no quick fix.
No.
There's no I'm going to take these 2 tablets and I'm going to feel amazing when I wake up in the morning. There's nothing like that.
Nothing.
It takes work. It takes dedication and commitment, and you've got to want it.
That wanting is the most important thing.
Yeah.
If it is not there, you will not try to find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because finding out, it's not easy. I read so many books from the library.
Hey, books again.
Yeah. Because when I started, I used to bring the books. So initially, I started with the food books because I have gut issues.
Yep.
Yeah. So that what food is good and all this stuff. Yeah. Then about fatigue, and I didn't know about the term fibromyalgia at the time.
Yeah.
I get to know about that later
Yep.
when I got rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know I used to have so much of pain, and especially on this side of this body, left side of the body, I
wow.
couldn't used to lift my leg.
Oh, that's crazy.
When I used to walk outside my house,
Yeah.
if there's a small paper, I was
You'd trip over it.
yeah, trip over.
Really?
Yeah. And with the small kids on, I have to take the kids and carry the kids as well.
I couldn't imagine having to do
but
that
at
as
some
well.
point, when my daughter was in kindy, I stopped taking her.
Yeah.
I said I can't do it because
Mum's not
I'm in
lifting you up.
so much pain.
Yeah. It's good time to start learning to walk.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she was walking obviously because she was going to kindy.
Mum's not carrying you.
Yeah.
Time to get those 2 legs going. Now we would just talk. We've obviously had a cut, and we've reset the cameras now. Almost literally just before, you said that there was no light.
There was no light. There
Wow.
was no hope for me.
No hope.
No hope.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the light,
Yes.
but so many people worldwide, they are in there now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, if I look back on my youth when things were simpler, nowadays kids and the stress that they have on them is exponential compared to what I had growing up, and that you see the rise of depression, anxiety, mental health issues
Yes.
amongst kids across the world.
Yes.
But then you go, well, it's actually not just the kids, it's the adults as well.
It's the adults as well.
And there's no shame
No shame.
talking about it.
That's why I started the fourth channel.
Fourth channel.
We've
skipped 2 channels, but let's go straight to the fourth. We had the first. We're going to talk about the fourth.
Because fourth one is the Bengali channel.
Fourth one is the Bengali channel.
Yeah. So I had to start that one because of my family and friends.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, I think 4 or 5 months before, one of my cousins just called me in the night and she said, Sumona, take a class about this anxiety and depression.
Wow.
And I said, because we were not in contact for so many years, and all of a sudden she was asking me this question.
She's reaching out for help.
Yes. And I asked her, who has got these problems? She said, no, my daughter, she has some depression problem. She's on antidepressant for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Then I started talking about anxiety, depression. And later, some other day, when I talked to her daughter, then she said, no, mom had depression as well.
Oh, wow.
But she didn't. Because in India, it's a lots of taboo. Very much in taboo. So that's why I'm talking, because people need to know. People need to know. And there is another taboo, because people don't talk about that at all.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because people talk about high blood pressure and what are the
heart disease,
heart disease and all these
cancer
ones,
and all these sorts of things.
But this is still a taboo. No, we shouldn't talk about that.
I don't know why.
So that's why what is happening. People don't know much knowledge actually.
Yeah.
And another of my school friend. So one day she was saying, I was saying, when I was in depression, I was just sitting on my couch all day.
Yeah.
And she was saying, for me, it's so different. It's opposite. I just work and work. I said, well, it's not depression. You are in anxiety mode.
Yeah.
I know the difference between anxiety and depression very well because I went through everything. Yeah. At that point, I thought, it needs to be clear that what is anxiety and what is depression.
I had a counsellor once explain it to me. It wasn't a counsellor I was seeing. It was someone that worked with one of the clients I worked for at Workbridge. Explained to me that depression is thinking about the past. Anxiety is worrying about the future.
About future, yes.
Yeah.
That, I heard that later, but I could figure it out that this is this. Yeah.
Now, where does that... the acceptance of the depression and anxiety and the mental health challenges you were going through, where does that come into play with your book?
This is really interesting because in the midst of that dark nights, every time I was having depression, every time I learned different things, and especially sometimes it just came from inside.
Mm-hmm.
So that teaching that it's really, really important for not only for me, for everyone.
Yep.
And I think that's why I got the inspiration. I think last year, October, I used to do morning meditation.
Right.
So just after morning meditation, I was getting that inspiration. Okay, I need to write the book. But I didn't know how to write a book. Right. I didn't have any idea. Anyway, so I didn't take care of it. But after 3-4 days, I thought, no, I need to take care of that.
Yes.
So I got a new notebook ready in the night. And in the morning, when it happened, after meditation, then I wrote the entire contents of this book.
Oh, wow.
At that time. And
do you
later...
mind if I have a hold of the book? If that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up to
I want everybody to see the book.
Camera.
Yeah.
Am I on the right side there, Producer Andrew? Getting the thumbs up there. So this is the book here. This is called Empowering You as You Are Powerful.
Yes. This is the name of the book because everybody is powerful, but we don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people forget about it.
Everybody forget.
They lose it at some point.
They lose it, yeah.
And it's got a wonderful image on the front of someone with their arms raised in a V at, I guess, what is a dawn. Is it
Yes,
dawn or a sunset?
yes,
It's a dawn,
it's
isn't
dawn.
it?
It's dawn.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I am powerful.
Yeah.
So that
And
was the concept.
And it's at the beach, and
Yeah.
to me, it's a very striking image because it's like, yes,
Yes,
I
I can do
welcome
that.
this.
Yeah.
I welcome this into my life. How was the process for you actually sitting down and knocking this out? Because it can't have been easy.
No, it's not. I didn't know anything about writing. And a book, never thought of that. But anyway, so it's the universe sending me the message, okay,
Yeah.
that you learned all of those. Now you need to
Pay it forward.
you need to share.
Yeah.
You need to share with the world, and that's why what I do with the even with the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to share whatever knowledge I have, because sharing is caring.
It is.
And that knowledge, that will be the true use of it if I share it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know they say, so when I grew up working, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Yeah, that's
knowledge is power.
I always believe that
Yeah.
that knowledge is power.
But it's more powerful to share the knowledge you have with others.
Yes.
How long did this process take from the initial inception through to you sitting down and actually committing time to writing it?
Yes. So so I got the contents
Yes.
in October.
October. Last year.
Last year.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure about the date. Yeah.
Sure.
I needed to get that
Don't
copy.
need specific dates.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so this year I got connected with the publisher. The
Excellent.
same publisher. I
Yep.
think it's on 15th of February.
Okay.
So the first day she called me and we talked about 1.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good conversation.
That's a good conversation.
Yeah.
So because when you don't know anything and you want to do it, you really need someone to believe you.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so she believed in me that, okay, whatever I'm saying, I can produce a book.
Perfect. Amazing.
So we went from that,
Yep.
and till that time I didn't start writing the book. Yeah. So after that
You then
I
sat
thought,
down.
okay, I have to write the book.
Yeah. Actually got to do it now.
I have to do actually, and it was not a easy process to write a
No.
book. Yeah. So then, okay, I need to mention another thing because in October when I got the thing, okay,
When you got the contents. Yeah.
I have to write a book, but you need to know how to do it.
Right.
Yes. So I was asking, okay, God, universe, you need to show me how to do it.
Right.
Yeah. So gradually, so soon after that time, I got connected with the book writing workshop.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The local one.
No.
No, an international one online.
International online.
Amazing.
Yeah. You know, Hay House, they do it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got connected with that one and I did it. So last year I did. I think in November I did it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. So and then Hay House has publishing. I mean, they are publishing company.
Yes.
But they have one self-publishing one. That's
Yes.
Balboa.
Yep.
So I got connected with the Balboa because they do it. And then when I talked to the publisher there,
Mm-hmm.
he said, and that was really, really very important, that lots of people have lots of stuff in them, but
Yep.
they cannot produce it.
No.
You need to commit, and you need to pay to commit it.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. We've had a few authors on the podcast before, and I'd say the majority of them self-publish.
Yeah.
And there is a large financial cost
Yes.
to it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to pay
Yeah, that's
an
right.
editor. You've then got to pay for it to be proofread. Some of our guests have paid for I think they call them a sensitivity reader. How do I explain that? Where or a cultural reader. So someone if I, a New Zealand European, was to sit down and write a book about New Zealand Māori, I might have a cultural editor.
Yeah, cultural editor.
Go through and just fact check.
Yeah.
Make sure I haven't just put a load of bollocks in there.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these people cost money and time
That's right.
and money and still a lot of money.
Energy, yeah. Money, energy, yeah.
Yeah. So when did the book finally
published?
Come out?
August
this year.
Yeah, this year.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
Amazing. Well done.
Thank you. I started this year and it got published.
And
because I really wanted to share my knowledge with everybody as early as possible.
Amazing. And so you must have been so disciplined.
Yes, I was committed because I used to do morning meditation. So I gave up that morning meditation to write that book.
So you did some book, how would you say, some catharsis. You went through a very cathartic period where you were writing down.
I used to get up early morning.
But yeah.
Early morning, and I used to write
before the kids got up.
Yeah, before the kids got up.
Wow.
So that I don't get any distraction.
Yeah. Mum, where's my lunch?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where'd you leave it? You haven't made it yet? No, go away. So we've had the first book published. How's it sold?
It is selling slow.
Yep.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
because for any new book or anything like that, the marketing is a big thing.
It is.
Yeah. So, so it is doing slowly, but what I tell my friends and whoever it is, but people are not buying it. So I was getting very upset.
Right.
Yeah. But at some point I got into it. Okay, whoever needs it, they will find it.
They will.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
They will.
What a great way to look at it too. Amazing.
You are from Gisborne.
I am from Gisborne.
Yeah. So other day I found a New Zealand author.
Yes.
She's from Gisborne, I think so.
Okay.
Her name is Taylor. I forgot the full name anyway.
Not Swift.
Yeah.
Not Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it can't be. She's a musician. She's
Oh no. No.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Taylor Swift's not from Gisborne.
Yeah.
A different Taylor.
Yeah. Whoever it is. But we got connected. We got connected.
Amazing.
Yeah. We got connected.
Yeah.
So so I sent her my book, ebook. She read it. She gave me good feedback.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got a good book review.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Where can people find the book?
It's in Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's in Amazon. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it available in any local bookshops or?
Not yet. I don't know how to do it, but I just received 3 books from Amazon today.
Right.
Yeah, I ordered long time.
Yeah.
But the distribution is a bit problem.
Right.
It was not distributing in New Zealand.
I was only overseas.
No, because it is an USA company.
Right. Yep.
Did it?
Yep.
So, but it's available all over the world.
Yeah.
But in some places it's still not available, and I was really struggling with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling everybody, okay, it's available everywhere, but it's not. So I ordered 3 books for me here in New Zealand,
okay.
and I ordered 3 for Australian friend.
Yes.
And they got it a month or maybe a couple of months earlier.
Right.
Than here. And I just received today.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
2 months?
Yeah. So when I talked to the publisher, then
Yeah.
she said that it's the problem with the distribution.
Yes.
The Ingram who does the distribution thing.
Yep.
So they have the problem with the new books, new author.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with the old ones.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're solving that problem. Yeah.
So.
But ebook is available instantly.
Right. Okay. So on Amazon, you would do a search by Empowering You as You Are Powerful, available in physical copy and ebook.
Yeah, and Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Noble. Man, we used to have a Barnes and Noble in New Zealand, I think.
Okay.
Well,
I want to tell about the name of the book a little bit.
Let's talk about the name.
Yeah, because it was really, when I signed the book, it was a different name. But around that time, this name was coming into me again and again. And then I thought, okay, I'll change into this name because, and this book is, the intention of this book is giving you some hope.
Yeah.
That you can be better with the whatever chronic health problems you have, and lots of inspiration.
Yeah.
And the other thing, the name itself says that you are powerful, that everybody is powerful, and this book is empowering you.
There you go. Is there going to be a follow-up?
Yes.
Ooh.
I just signed up today.
You did?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So in 3 months, the new book will be out? I'm kidding.
Yep.
No pressure.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to commit yourself again like you did for the first one?
Yes.
We would love to have you back on when that book is due to come out as well. If you would be our guest again.
I want to.
Very cool.
Because honestly, this book, those YouTube videos, these are for the people.
Absolutely.
And I want people, more and more people, to know about that, to have that awareness.
Yeah. And this podcast is for people to
Yes.
learn about artists, learn what they've got coming up, to celebrate and to dive into the wonderful pool of talent that we have in this amazing region called Northland.
I know. I really appreciate you, this podcast, that we have this opportunity here in Northland.
Thank you.
Yes.
We do it for love.
Yes.
And we do it to celebrate all things artistic. I'm a creative person. Producer Andrew is a creative person. Editor Rocky is a creative person, and Marino, who looks after all of our communications, she's a writer as well. So she's a creative person. So we all have kind of found our way together for the love of creativity and celebrating what there is in Northland.
That's really wonderful. Yeah, I feel so much love working with this, whatever I'm working on. And honestly, this January, we went to Melbourne.
Yep.
So while taking videos there, the nature,
Yeah.
I found myself, I was lost.
Okay.
About everything.
Yeah.
So that time I could find that, okay, this can be meditative as well. Taking the videos of the nature is so much meditative. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I didn't know it before that it's so much satisfying for me, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Well, we welcome you back when you come with your second book. We would love to have you on, Sumona. Thank you so much for coming in and sitting down with us. I genuinely appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I could tell you more about this book if you want to.
We're going to come back. You know what? We're going to. How about this? We'll save it for the next one.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Great idea. Thanking you again.
Thank you so much.
Well, there you go, everyone. Sumona Ghosh, lovely lady. You know what? It was one of the longer podcasts we've done in a while. Producer Andrew, I think that's fair to say, been one of the longer ones.
Yeah. It was a 3-taker.
It was. And as I said before, as I said in the intro, I still don't feel like we covered everything.
Nah, to pull back the veil a bit, she spoke in between about a few things she wanted to talk to, but we just couldn't squeeze it all in this one, so we'll hold off for the next one.
Absolutely. And she's so disciplined. She's going to start working on her second book now, which is great. And I walked her back to the car and she said, "Oh, we missed so much stuff." And I said, "Look, I totally get it." And yes, we did, but for the second podcast, we don't need to cover your background because we've done this already, so we can just dive on in.
Yeah, hearty.
And
she has a rock solid memory. Like,
amazing.
I was like sitting there listening to her rattle off dates, and I was like, okay. Like, where do I get one of these memories?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't have a skateboard injury.
Yeah, that's it. For sure, man.
What was your big takeaway out of all of this?
Man, just seeing where she started with that and pulling that book out in about 3 months or whatever she said.
Yeah,
Far
crazy,
out.
eh?
I was like, man, I'm lazy.
You are not lazy. You sit down and contribute to this podcast on a weekly basis, and it is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. For me, I'm probably much of the same as well. Just the discipline that it would take to smash out a book in 3 months. And, 'cause she goes from inception, which is October last year, to through to release, which is August this year,
Far out.
to have, chapters, concept chapters, content, go through the editing process, and then to actually have something available for release in such a short space of time.
And then she turned around and goes, and the next one will be out in 3 months.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
So I started writing today.
Exactly. I was like, good for you, man. Taking care of,
man.
getting it done is amazing. And I think the other thing that was very fascinating for me was when we I don't think we delved too much into it. Well, we talked about arranged marriages.
Yeah.
And as a Westerner, this is not really something that we sort of deal with a lot or talk about a lot. So it was very fascinating sort of seeing that side of things as well.
Yeah.
And her and her husband still going strong, 3 amazing kids.
Yeah.
And she's now got a career as an author and YouTube content creator. How cool is that? 4 channels.
Man, that's a lot to manage.
That's a hell of a lot. And
I know if I had four channels, I'd have like at least 2 of them down with content strikes and.
Yes, but that's okay. That's why we have the inappropriate channel that we're working on. Indeed. So yeah, amazing. Where can you, our wonderful audience, find this just wholeheartedly brilliant podcast? Well, I'm going to go through all of it now so you guys can make sure that you check us out. Where for the video, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I was about to start off with the audio. What a plonker. All Northland Artists Conversation. For the audio, I'll get it right this time. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Again, Northland Artists Conversation. And if you are an artist, or if you know someone who is an artist and you think they would be absolutely amazing, man, we would love to have them on. Just simply email us, hello@northlandartistsconversation.co.nz, and our beautiful and effervescent and charismatic communications manager, Marino, will reach out to you and welcome you with open arms. And in all sincerity, we would actually love to have you on as well. We also have Patreon as well, where if you would like to support us, you can. We would welcome it. We would like it. We have 2 tiers for Patreon. First tier is cup of coffee. That supports us with $5 a month, so pretty cheap to be fair. I think it's even cheaper than a cup of coffee, but such an affordable price for essentially, we've been doing this for nearly 18 months now. So you have a lot of content. And you can get the second tier, which is Coffee Addict. Now, that's $20 a month, but you do get a few extras that you don't get with the $5 one. Those ones include shout out on the podcast, which I will do in just a moment. You also get to know who the guests are coming out in advance. And if you have a question you would like me to ask our guest, simply just leave it on the board, and I will gladly ask our charming guest. So I'm going to shout out to our patrons now. I'm going to go, which way do I want to go today? You know what? I'm going to go in reverse order. So I'm going to go Jenny Purchase. Thank you so much for being a patron. We really do appreciate it. We've then got the lovely Maggie Coco, who is just a phenomenal musician and touring like a beast at the moment. As it gets into summer, I'm guessing she's going to be busier and a lot harder to book on the show. So we are going to try and get her back for a second one. We've got author, poet, short story, genius, the writer of all things amazing horror fiction, Michael Bota. And then we have, last but not least, Lauren Roach. Lauren, I know that Mela and the Bone Man, the next book, It's hopefully coming up close. So we're going to get you back in. We're going to sit you down and talk about it. We're really looking forward to it. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting us. We really do appreciate it. 2 ways you can find Patreon. You can go to Google and type in Patreon. That's Patreon. Top right-hand corner. You click on the link to join. You create an account, etc., etc. Then type Northland Artists Conversation, and you'll find us. Pick your tier, and we go from there. The second way, which is even easier, is you open up your web browser, go into the address bar, and type in www.patreon.com/Northland Artists Conversation, all one word. Top right-hand corner, create your account, and then pick a tier, and that's it. Nice and easy. Super simple. I am going to flick to my wide camera now. Yes, guys, we are in the... Where are we? I believe we're in December now. Amazing. Hard to believe it. December 2023. Man, the year has rolled around really, really fast. I have no idea what's going to happen over the next few weeks. It's pretty cool. We've got a few interesting things lined up for 2024, and I'm looking forward to kind of sharing all of those with everyone as they happen. And yeah. Oh, producer Andrew, I don't know about you, but I am looking forward to a little bit of a break. That Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, I got good plans, so I'm sorted.
What are you doing?
So Christmas, we're just gonna have it ours.
Oh,
which is cool.
too
So
easy.
all the friends and fam coming over.
Brilliant.
And
New Year's on the chop. No,
nah, not for me. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Normally. We're going out west and we're going to camp by the creek and the Wops with absolutely no reception, nothing. So
brilliant, man.
Very cool.
Just get away from it all.
Yeah, hearty. We're going to have a big fire pit and all the kids out there and everything.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Christmas for me this year is probably going to be, I'll get my son in the afternoon, like around lunchtime like I normally do. And I don't know if I've got him for this New Year's or not. You know what? Okay. Either way, I'm just going to enjoy my time with my son.
Yeah, hard.
And, we'll just do whatever the hell we want to do.
Coast to coast.
Yo, absolutely, man. So look, on behalf of myself and the amazing Northland Artists Conversation team, thank you so very, very much for continuing to stay with us and support us. And if you're new and this is your first podcast, thank you for sticking all the way through. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys real soon.